You walk into Costco planning to buy a loaf of bread and a carton of eggs. 30 minutes later, you're loading a giant pack of paper towels, a 40-inch TV, and a hot dog into your cart. It feels like Costco just convinced you to spend more money than you planned. But what if that isn't the company's real goal? In fiscal 2024, Costco generated more than $254 billion in revenue, making it one of the largest retailers in the world. Yet one of its most important profit sources wasn't the groceries, electronics, or furniture rolling through the checkout lanes. It was the more than $4.8 billion customers paid simply for the right to shop there. So why would a company earning billions from membership fees intentionally keep so many prices as low as possible? Why would it refuse to maximize the profit on every item it sells? And why has that strategy helped turn Costco into a company worth hundreds of billions of dollars? The answer isn't hidden in your shopping cart. It's hidden in a business decision almost every customer pays for once a year and barely thinks about again. I'm Phil, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time digging into how businesses, industries, and entire economies really work. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden strategies behind the companies you interact with every day, consider subscribing and let me know in the comments which business model has surprised you the most. Because once you see what Costco is really selling, you'll start recognizing the same strategy everywhere.
At first glance, Costco looks like any other big box retailer. Huge warehouses, free samples, oversized shopping carts. Everything seems designed to make you buy more. But one small detail changes the entire story. For decades, Costco has capped the markup on most branded products at about 14%, while many retailers routinely mark products up 25% to 50% depending on the category. If Costco deliberately earns less on each sale, where does the real money come from? That question unlocks everything.
The answer begins with a plastic card. Before you buy your first carton of milk or flat-screen TV, Costco asks you to become a member. Today, a basic Gold Star membership costs $65 a year, while the executive membership costs $130 and offers cashback rewards on eligible purchases. That fee may seem small compared with a year's worth of groceries, but to Costco, it's one of the most valuable payments you'll ever make. In fiscal 2024, the company collected more than $4.8 billion in membership fees. That's less than 2% of Costco's total revenue. Yet those fees contribute a disproportionately large share of the company's operating income because they cost very little to collect. Suddenly, the low prices make sense. The products aren't the main profit engine. They would keep the profit engine running. The first thing Costco sells isn't groceries. It's your reason to come back. That philosophy came from co-founder Jim Sinegal, who believed customers should never have to wonder whether they were getting a fair deal. Instead of chasing the highest possible margin on every product, Costco focused on earning something much harder to win: trust.
You can see that philosophy in products like the famous $1.50 hot dog and soda combo, a price that has remained unchanged since 1985, and the $4.99 rotisserie chicken, which Costco has continued selling at that price despite rising production costs. Those products aren't just bargains. They're proof that the company intends to keep its promise. Every good deal quietly answers the same question: was my membership worth paying for? And if the answer is yes, renewing next year becomes an easy decision. But that raises another mystery. How can one annual membership fee change the way millions of people shop without them even realizing it?
The moment you pay for a membership, your behavior begins to change. Not because Costco tells you to shop more, because your brain quietly wants to justify the money you've already spent. Psychologists call this the sunk cost effect. In a landmark 1985 study, researchers Hal Arks and Catherine Bloomer found that people are more likely to continue using something once they've paid for it up front, even when every additional use requires more time or money. You've probably experienced it yourself. You buy a gym membership and suddenly feel guilty if you don't go. The gym doesn't need to remind you. Your own mind does it for them.
Costco works the same way. After paying $65 for a membership, every shopping trip feels like another chance to get your money's worth. The giant pack of paper towels isn't just a purchase, it's evidence that joining Costco was the right decision. The membership changes your thinking before you even see the prices. Costco reinforces that feeling every time you visit. Its warehouses stock only about 4,000 products, compared with roughly 120,000 at a typical Walmart supercenter. That smaller selection lets Costco buy enormous quantities of each item, negotiate lower prices with suppliers, and pass much of those savings to members. The result is a shopping experience where customers spend less time comparing brands and more time feeling confident they're getting a good deal. That confidence creates something more valuable than a single sale. It creates habit. And once a habit forms, something remarkable happens. Customers stop deciding where to shop. They simply go to Costco. But Costco wasn't the only company to discover that getting customers to commit first can completely change how they behave. 20 years after Costco proved the power of memberships, another company applied the same idea to online shopping. When Amazon launched Prime in 2005, it cost $79 a year and offered unlimited 2-day shipping on eligible items. Many analysts thought the math didn't work. Why promise unlimited shipping for a flat annual fee? Wouldn't frequent shoppers lose Amazon money? Instead, the opposite happened. Today, Amazon Prime costs $139 a year in the United States and has grown to more than 200 million members worldwide. The membership didn't just generate subscription revenue, it changed customer behavior. Once you've already paid for Prime, every order feels easier because shipping no longer feels like a separate cost. The question shifts from, should I buy this, to why not order it here? Costco creates the same mental shortcut. The warehouse membership removes hesitation before you even reach the checkout. The smartest businesses don't just reduce prices, they reduce second thoughts. That's why subscriptions have spread far beyond retail. From Microsoft 365 and Adobe Creative Cloud to Spotify and Netflix, companies across completely different industries now compete for recurring revenue instead of one-time transactions. Investors value these businesses because predictable renewals make future cash flows easier to forecast. But Costco has one advantage even many subscription companies don't. Its members don't just pay every year. They help the company lower prices even further. And that's where the business model becomes almost impossible for competitors to copy. By 2024, Costco operated more than 890 warehouses and served over 140 million cardholders worldwide. Those numbers don't just impress investors. They give Costco extraordinary bargaining power. Imagine you're a company that makes coffee, televisions, or laundry detergent. Would you rather sell through a retailer hoping customers show up next week, or one with millions of paying members already committed to shopping there? For suppliers, Costco isn't just another customer. It's one of the biggest sales opportunities in the world. That allows Costco to negotiate lower wholesale prices than many competitors can. Those savings become lower shelf prices. Lower prices make members feel their annual fee is paying off. Satisfied members renew. More renewals attract more suppliers. And stronger supplier relationships lead to even lower prices. Economists call this a positive feedback loop, but business leaders often call it a flywheel because every turn makes the next one easier. Cheap prices don't create Costco's success. They keep the flywheel spinning. Most shoppers only see the bargain. They never see the system producing it. And that's why copying Costco is so difficult. A competitor can match a few prices. It can't instantly create decades of trust, millions of loyal members, and the buying power that comes with them. By the time another retailer lowers its prices, Costco has already strengthened the relationships that made those prices possible. And that leads to the biggest lesson hiding behind every membership card. At first glance, Costco looks like it's selling groceries in bulk. In reality, it's selling confidence. Every unusually low price tells you the same story. Your membership is paying for itself. That's why Costco can afford to keep its $1.50 hot dog combo at the same price it charged in 1985, even as food, labor, and transportation costs have climbed. It's also why the company continues selling its famous $4.99 rotisserie chicken, accepting razor-thin margins because the real payoff comes when members renew. In fiscal 2024, Costco reported renewal rates above 90% in the United States and Canada, among the highest in retail. Very few businesses earn that kind of loyalty year after year. The most profitable product isn't always the one on the shelf. Sometimes it's the relationship.
That's the hidden reason Costco doesn't obsess over squeezing every extra dollar from today's shopping trip. It's thinking about next year's renewal instead. Once you understand that, you'll start noticing the same strategy everywhere. The companies that last the longest often optimize for lifetime trust, not one-time transactions. Costco isn't just in the retail business, it's in the trust business. And that may be the most valuable product it has ever sold. So the next time you walk through those warehouse doors, ask yourself this: did Costco convince you to spend more today, or convince you to come back next year? If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden economics behind Costco, subscribe for more business documentaries. Leave a like and tell me in the comments which company's business model you'd like to decode next.